fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
He steps to the mic with a boom, ping, ping. Wisdom sharper than a beast's fierce sting. Words like fireflies that light the night. He turns the dark into blazing bright. Boom, ping, ping, the truth takes wing. Milwaukee's voice, let the city sing. Boom, ping, ping, hear the freedom ring. Sherwin's the king, oh, the airwaves king. Shake the ground, unveils the truth where lies abound. Politics, justice, social streams. He molds the chaos into dreams. No silence here, just the sound of change. Boom, ping, ping, rearrange. Boom, ping, ping, the truth takes wing. Milwaukee's voice, let the city sing. Boom, ping, ping, hear the freedom ring. Sherwin's the king, or the airwaves king. Through the static, through the noise, he amplifies the people's voice. Boom, ping, ping, like a heartbeat's call. He's got the wisdom to break down walls. Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Today is a very special day. Glad you are all here with me on this Friday, March 6th, 2026, because today is my birthday. Look at that.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Xavier. Glad it's on a Friday as well, which helps things out dramatically in case I want to get crazy and wild and act like I'm 21 tonight, which I will not be doing, but I have the option to.
It's always an eventful day when I come.
Indeed it is. People keep asking me, what the big plans are. Really, at this age, nothing spectacular. I'm going to see how I feel. I am going out to dinner with my family. I'm very much looking forward to that. Going to get Thai food, which is one of my favorites. And then after that, who knows what I'm going to do. Hell, I might just go home and relax for the evening. I don't need to be out here in these streets. Plus, I'm not really a night owl like I used to be. I have come to realize that ain't nothing open late but legs and a couple of restaurants, and I'm not hungry after 12 o'clock, you know what I mean? So we'll see how the evening goes. Appreciate all the birthday wishes that I have received, so thank you, everybody. I don't know if I'm going to be able to thank everybody individually, but I'll do my damnedest. This is a tough one for me, a tough birthday, because so my family, we really celebrate birthdays. So when it's someone's birthday in my immediate family, they pick a restaurant, and we all go out to eat and have a really, really good time and, show love to one another on our very special days. As a lot of you know, I lost my father on December 27th. So this is the first birthday in our family, actually, since my father's passing. And this is going to be a particularly tough one for me because Dad will not be there physically. So I was feeling, I was sad last night. As those of you who have lost a parent, you know what it's like. Most of the days, you're okay. As time goes on, things get a little bit better. You're never the same, but you get back to somewhat of a normal routine eventually. But every now and again, the grief will come to feast. And then when it hits like a ton of bricks. So I was feeling particularly sad last night because I was, thinking about the empty seat that will not be filled because my father is no longer with us. So I wanted to do something to ease my mind. Of course, I still have my dad's phone number saved in my phone. So I was like, you know what, maybe this will make me feel a little bit better if I send him a text message. I've never done anything like this before, but sometimes if you talk about things or if you write things down, it can ease your mind just a little bit. And I was looking just for a little bit of comfort. So I texted my dad's cell phone number and shared with him via text that it was my birthday and I was very, very sad that he would not be there joining us. And right as I'm typing this message, I am starting to feel a little bit better. Now, I'm realistic in that nothing likely is to come of this message, but just me typing it out and sending it to him made me feel a little bit better. Let me tell you what happened next. When you send a text message and someone is responding, you see those 3 little dots, don't you? Ladies and gentlemen, my father is deceased. I watched him die. I sent the text message and immediately I see the 3 little dots. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. My father is responding from beyond the grave. And I'm sitting there, and you should have seen my face. My eyes are bulging out of my head. My jaw is dropped. My father, who is deceased, is typing back to me. The message that I received, which, trust me when I tell you, I was not ready for any of this. Remember, I'm just sending this text message to my deceased father to help me feel a little bit better because I want to talk to the fella, and my birthday is today, and he's not going to be at our birthday dinner tonight. I said to him, we're getting Thai food for my birthday tomorrow, and I'm very sad you're not going to be there. That's all I said. Then the 3 dots. Why are you sending this message to Eugene? My mother replies. I didn't know that my father's phone was still on and that my mother had my father's phone and it was right next to her and she replied. Talk about ruining a moment. I was like, Ma? Yeah, I have your father's phone. It's right next to me. I think that was in very poor taste, Mother. She should have let me have my moment. You know how freaked out I was to think that my dead father was typing? I was like, wait a minute, sir. Did you do a Tupac? Are you somewhere hiding out?
Do you believe in ghosts?
I did for a second. When I saw them 3 little bubbles after I sent that message to my dead father, I was like, I'm not going to work tomorrow. I ain't no way that... That being said, thank you guys for joining me today on my birthday. I'm going to talk about a lot of things today. Probably going to be all over the place. We have a lot going on. We got Stanley coming in from Loaded Spud. It's a business downtown. He's going to come in and talk about Loaded Spud. Of course, it's Friday, so we're going to do the Milwaukee experience at 11 a.m. Going to tell you about some events and some things that are going on. And also some really, really important and good news, positive news about travel and tourism in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee. There's a lot of things going on this weekend. There's an anime convention, if you're into that stuff. The people are going to be here in Milwaukee doing the anime thing. Never quite understood it. A lot of grown adults are into cartoons, but I don't judge anybody. Everybody has their thing. Going to be a lot of people walking around the 3rd Street Market Hall wearing costumes. Actually, I love the anime weekend because you see some real unconventional things. Here's something I'm starting to learn about the city of Milwaukee. It's weird. There's a lot of weird stuff here, a lot of unusual things here. Very weird people. We have different neighborhoods with all sorts of different personalities, and we all just kind of come together in a real segregated fashion where housing is too expensive and Barada owns all the rental property. It is a fantastic place to live, especially if you are doing talk radio, because there is no shortage of things to discuss. I suppose we got to talk about Christi Noem at some point. She was, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. She oversaw the deportation effort, which was a major campaign promise of the president. She also oversaw the detention of American citizens and the death of at least 9 people, 2 of which in the city of Minneapolis, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, in which before she even got all the information, she labeled both of those victims of her Department of Homeland Security domestic terrorists. She is now out of that job, but I want to introduce you to, not yet, but soon, Senator Mark Wayne Mullins, Republican from Oklahoma. He is going to be taking her place, assuming that he gets confirmed by the U.S. Senate. Now, Xavier, I know you have that clip. We're not going to play it just yet. I'm going to do a little bit more talking about all of the wonderful things that Christi Noem has done while she has served as the Department of Homeland Security Secretary. And she made a wonderful mess out of things, including spending $220 million on advertising campaigns to recruit people to the Department of Homeland Security. And these commercials featured glamorous video of her riding a horse. And the firm that she used to create these commercials is a firm in which she is deeply connected to, and there's a whole bunch of other things that she spent taxpayer money on. It was a grift unlike any other. Well, she is out of a job. She is now going to be the head of an organization called the Shield of America. Don't even know what it is, but she's getting reassigned. That's also an unusual kind of firing, because usually when somebody is fired, they are out, they are done, they are ousted, they are removed, they are rarely reassigned. So I'm not sure if I believe all the media hype and all the headlines that I have seen talking about Christi Noem being fired. In fact, her salary will probably remain exactly the same. She'll just have less ability to embarrass the president, because he needs to be the number one embarrassment in the country. Oh, speaking of embarrassment, I don't even know why I bring this stuff up. More documents in the Epstein files have been published, and this is what I think we have been waiting for, but I don't know if it's going to make any kind of a difference. And I say that because, as immoral as you may believe this president to be, and I am one of those that would join you in believing he is an immoral human being, and a whole bunch of other adjectives, most of which I can't say on the air, but his strongest support is still with evangelical Christians. Still. Now, it's not as high as it was, but that is still his strongest core group of supporters, which I simply cannot explain, nor will I even attempt to, because my explanation will be offensive. Oh, you can you? All right. I'd like to see you try it. No, go ahead, explain it. You want to explain it, Xavier?
Oh, well, the evangelicals support Trump so greatly because they believe that he's going to bring on the end times.
Oh.
This war that's happening in Iran, they believe it's going to expand. We already see from Israeli officials that the next target is Turkey. So their project is the Greater Israel, and, they believe that Jesus is going to come back and, all that stuff. That's pretty much what they believe.
Well, I wish them the best of luck. From what I understand, Israel said if the United States did not preemptively attack Iran, Israel was going to use a nuclear weapon. So to stop Israel, literally, To stop Israel from starting World War III, they goaded and tricked Donald Trump into attacking Iran. They weren't going to use a damn nuclear weapon. This is also Israel admitting they have a nuclear weapon because I guess nobody was supposed to know that. Back to the Political article. The Justice Department posted a trio of FBI interviews with the woman who alleged President Donald Trump sexually assaulted her when she was a young teenager after she was introduced to him by Jeffrey Epstein. The woman's central allegation, according to FBI summaries of her interviews with investigators known as FBI 302s, is that Trump hit her in the head after she bit his penis when he attempted to force her to perform oral sex. So the evangelicals are still Donald Trump's number one fan group. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let you guys bite on that. I'm going to take a break, come back, and we're going to continue this wonderful birthday celebration of yours truly, Mr. Sherwin Hughes. The Truth with the Birthday Boy. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now.
What's up, everybody? March 27th, go get your tickets. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be me, Finesse Antetokounmpo, my co-host, Tony C, and Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair. It's going to be nice. It's going to be dope. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be an experience, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It's basically a party/podcast.
Yeah, we're throwing a party at the Riverside, March 27th, TALiveshow.com. Who's the guest again? Can I get a woo?
Woo!
With Ric Flair. Can't wait.
See you guys.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
The worst kind of whites, not that I'm picking on white folks, but you know how it goes, is the ones that think that they will lose something if this country becomes more fair and equal. I'm going to say that again. The worst kind of white people are the ones that think that if a black person gets a job and gets an opportunity and they ignore how hard the black person had to work and the racism, the bigotry, and the discrimination, and just how people turn their noses up at smart black people. They hate us. And the black person works really hard and overcomes maybe generational curses of poor health and poverty and all of those things. And we got to deal with the police and the criminal justice system that you know doesn't often have our backs. And then the black person gets a job, gets an opportunity, and a white person sees that and thinks that they lost. Those are the worst kind.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Our telephone number, so you can call it or text it with questions or comments, or want to know where to send my birthday card, is 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Most of the time, I select the topics I'm going to discuss because they can incite some kind of emotion, but then also encourage action. I don't like to just complain about stuff because that gets old and then people will tune out because we have our own complaints. But with the era that we are living in, which is exceptionally complicated and there's so many different angles, there's always social issues, there's economic issues, people are worried about money and the economy. Oh, by the way, we have a poll question up via YouTube asking you about gas prices because they are going to go through the roof, and I'm curious as to how they may affect you, your spending, your budgets, etc. So go to youtube.com or open up your YouTube app from your smartphone or other mobile device. Search 1017 The Truth, hit subscribe, and then you will be able to not only view the stream of the program, but chat amongst the YouTube viewers and also answer our poll question about gas prices, because there will be some financial and economic impacts from the conflict we involve ourselves in. But I like to compel people into action, like, hey, everybody, this is what's going on. You know, this political party is in control, and here's where things are suffering, and here's where things are getting worse. And, hey, here's another opportunity in the next election if we all come together. Like, I try to create some kind of an action plan. But I'm starting to think, for the first time since I have been doing this work, which all told is getting really close to 20 years, I don't know if it's a whole hell of a lot of action that we can take other than hurry up and waiting. Even if the American people are firmly against, let's say, forever wars or meddling in the Middle East or in foreign affairs for that matter, and I'll be the first one to admit that I'm not crazy about the Republicans for a variety of reasons. You take your pick. But when there are areas of disagreement, of course I'll make note of those. But if there's areas of agreement, I want to make note of those too. I don't necessarily like the execution strategy of Make America or Put America First or America First policy, whatever Marjorie Taylor Greene's policy ideas were, something like that, America First. But I do think there are social issues that we have a history in this country of when we work together with people and policymakers and business community and philanthropists and nonprofits, all the resources that we have, there can be some measurable success when we focus intensely on the problems here. When we are distracted by foreign affairs, it takes away from that concerted effort to make things better for Americans. So I don't travel very much. I've never traveled internationally. I certainly had planned to. In 2019, I got my first passport. 2020 was going to be the year in which I was going to do a tremendous amount of traveling. Then Aunt COVID came, and then that kind of put the kibosh on that. But I do realize and appreciate, if you are an American and you are somewhere overseas, there are threats that you may have to deal with because of your status as an American citizen. I get it. If you're overseas and you're traveling somewhere, they don't like Americans, and if they can make an example out of you, hurting you, holding you for ransom, whatever it is, they may do so. But because I don't travel, the biggest threats that I see to not just myself, but my community, my city, the state, the region, and the country are here domestically. Whether it's low levels of education and a lack of attention that is given to people who are in the most desperate situations, or wealthy people creating political agendas for people that'll never be that rich. I think that our focus needs to be here. And so when we take our focus off of the issues and the problems in America and look elsewhere and want to meddle in foreign affairs, I don't like that. And there's some Trumpers that feel that exact same way. Now, their domestic policy agenda, the Trumpers, the Republicans, the conservatives, and the evangelicals, is certainly different than mine. But if we're keeping our attention and our focus and our resources here in America, maybe there's some room for compromise. Maybe. Let's talk to someone who doesn't really compromise all that much because she doesn't vote. Hi, Lisa. How are you today?
Hi. All right, and yourself. Who you say don't vote?
You?
No, I do vote. I am a voter. I called to wish you a happy birthday, and I am a registered voter.
Oh, you're not the same Lisa. I apologize to you, Lisa. I thought you were the other Lisa. Thank you,
no,
Lisa, that I don't know.
This Lisa is right. Well, you know of me from another station, but anyway, what happened to that guy that was running for governor? He was a firefighter that one time.
Malin Mitchell?
Yeah, because I met you at over there off of Beach Street.
Oh, good
because I came down to support. Yeah, that's been a long, long, long time.
Yeah,
but
Lisa,
anyway,
that was 8 years ago.
I know, but I'm just saying, maybe he should run for governor. But anyway, happy birthday, and see how moms still have a way of getting at you.
Yeah,
keeping the phone and scaring you.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
You didn't?
No.
You did something, Sherwin, that she had to do that to you. All right, you have a great day and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you. Lisa, that I met 8 years ago that I have no recollection of. Why doesn't Malin Mitchell run for governor? Well, he tried, and he performed well in Milwaukee, city and county. Problem is, he was on the ballot, Malin Mitchell was, friend of mine. Love Malin to death, great guy. He's with the professional firefighters. I think he is still the head of their statewide union. He did really well in Milwaukee. He's a black guy, too. That helps. Well, maybe not. He did well in Milwaukee, as we would expect, did well in Milwaukee County, but not so well in other parts of the state. So the reason why he won't run again is because he can't win. So there's that. But there's the people that we like because we think they're great and they speak to us in a way in which we can understand, and the policies that they would support are policies that we would ask for, but that does not necessarily translate to people that live in Eau Claire or La Crosse or Nina or Menasha or Appleton or up in Vilas County or Door County or in Washington County or Waukesha County, and God forbid Racine. It's difficult because you would think that Milwaukee could potentially have much more sway in selecting who the next governor is, because we are, in fact, the economic engine of the state. We are the most diverse city and county. More people live here. More people own homes and businesses here. There's more stuff to do here. There's travel and tourism that's right here. There are people that come to Milwaukee from all over the state. Maybe they go to the state fair, even though that's not in the city of Milwaukee. Hell, it's close enough. There's some people that come to the Summerfest, even though the Summerfest is not 11 days. Summerfest is 3 weekends. They might come to the American Family Insurance Field and see the Milwaukee Brewers that play 7,000 games during the regular baseball season. Or maybe they come and see the Milwaukee Bucks not do so very well when they play any team in the league. But you would think that a place that I think Milwaukee is actually adored. I think they love it here. People come here and get their drugs. Oh, yes, they do. Stop it. You know that they come here and get their dope. Can't hate our city that much if you're looking for your fix. But for some reason, they don't want this open-minded and diverse, decent, and fair leadership that we have here in this city to run the entire state. So the segregation that exists is not just in the city of Milwaukee, because we talk about that often and we talk about the impacts of it. The segregation is also of ideas, because a very forward-thinking, educated, urban population and the people that it can produce and the thinkers that it does create, folks that live in other parts of the state, I think, are very intimidated by that, and it's horribly unfortunate. You know what else is unfortunate? The Justice Department posted a trio of FBI interviews with a woman who alleged that President Donald Trump sexually assaulted her when she was a young teenager. After she was introduced to him by one Jeffrey Epstein, the woman's central allegation, according to FBI summaries of her interviews with investigators known as FBI 302s, not to be confused with 304s, is that Trump hit her after she bit his penis when he attempted to force her to perform oral sex. And so he's the president of the United States for the second time. I'm going to take a break, come back, talk about a whole bunch of other things that are happening in our world that I don't really know if there's a whole lot we can do at the moment, but we're better off informed than ignorant. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's going to be hard for me to talk about serious things today because somebody sent me a box of crumble cookies. I think I've only had a crumble cookie one time. And it wasn't even like a fancy special cookie. It was just like a regular chocolate chip crumble cookie. I think, maybe. But I got a text message from whoever sent me the cookies, but I don't have their number saved in my phone. Quick question. How in the hell do some of y'all get my phone number? I'm curious. Not that I'm upset about it. I mean, sometimes I am, but how do you guys get my cell phone number? Oh, thank you, Joanne. I didn't have your number saved in my phone. So why don't we do this? Xavier, you want a cookie? It's heavy. This is a heavy box.
You know, I would. That's so nice of you.
Okay, why don't we do this? Let me see what's going on with my life here. Let me click this right here. Let me go right here. I'm going to open these jokers on the air, and I know a lot of you get upset when I eat on the air. Don't care. In fact, couldn't care less. It's my birthday today, so here's what we're going to do. Let me get my life together. All right, hang on, everybody. I'm going to open up the cookies. They smell divine. Hang on. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. And the box is wet. So somebody was standing in the rain. So they went to great lengths to bring me the crumble cookies. And it's heavy. It's a lot of cookies in here. Y'all just must want me to stay fat so nobody wants me. So I stay single, even though I'm married. All right, let's see. I'll be dipped. Look at these son of a guns here. So it's... Can we get a shot of this, Xavier? Hold on, let me... I don't want to drop the damn cookies. This one got strawberries on it. I can't open... Hold on. All right. Can you see that right there? Get a shot of them. Thank you, Joanne, for the cookies. Which one do I try first? This one here has got, like... strawberries on the top. Let me get a bite real quick. God damn.
I think you need a sponsorship.
It's like the strawberry frosted. Hold on now. The cookie is soft and it's moist. I don't even know what kind of cookie it is. Oh, that's delicious. That's so good. What was we talking about? Trump getting his penis bit?
Yes, we were.
She probably bit it like I just bit this cookie. Shout out to Crumble Cookies and shout out to Joanne. And we've got David coming in from Loaded Spuds at 11:15. So it's going to be a fat day.
Is he bringing in any loaded spuds?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, he better bring in, 2.
Hold on, man. First of all, when we set this interview up, I didn't know who was going to be producing this show. And usually when people bring food, it's up to them whether they want to feed every damn body. I'm the host. You know what I mean? So I'm first. I get full first, and then the rest of y'all can eat. Let me get another bite of this cookie. Hold on. All right. Man, that's good. I'm not eating all these. Because this cookie feels like it's got 1,500 calories in it. All right. Let me talk about Trump's penis. The 3 files come as Democrats are investigating whether the department purposefully withheld materials that included sexual assault allegations against Trump. Don't we all know this? Haven't we all, and this is not a rhetorical question because maybe there's some of you that have an answer. Are there any of you that have not yet accepted the fact that Donald Trump is a serial sexual abuser, notwithstanding a court found him and adjudicated him civilly liable for rape? I don't know how many wives he's had. I know he's paid a couple of porn stars. These are the ones that came forward. He was unfaithful to Melania when she was pregnant with Barron. Are these allegations, I say allegation because the man has not been found guilty of these charges in a court of law, okay? And he never will. But isn't it reasonable to think that what we know about him publicly, that what we don't know about him privately is probably these things and worse? Are there some people that think, oh, no, it's just some big smear campaign? Didn't he say that the Epstein files were a hoax? 6, maybe 9 million pages of documents and interviews and photographs and videos. Remember when he said none of that existed? It was just a hoax and that he hadn't talked to Jeffrey Epstein in however many decades. Remember when he said all that? that diminished his credibility as far as this stuff goes. But now I better understand why he didn't want this information public. It's slightly embarrassing. I'd hate to think that the war that we are currently in, that we are going to lose. I hear that they're lying about the number of soldiers that have died because some of the missions are classified, and when a mission is classified, nobody can know. And if nobody can know, we can't know. So if American soldiers, servicemen and servicewomen lost their lives, we can't know. Other nations know because when it happens on their soil, that's not classified, that's public. So they have when I say they, every other country in the world and their media and their journalism that has not been scrubbed because we live in an authoritarian country. And one of the ways in which we can tell that is because the news media is not accurately covering this military campaign, mostly because it'll make the president look really, really bad. That's number one. Number two, Congress has voted to allow Donald Trump to continue with this military campaign without having to get approval and authorization from Congress. And I want folks to have a deep understanding of this. So there were two pieces of legislation, one in the House, one in the Senate. And the legislation was called the War Powers Act. And it would compel the president to go to Congress to seek approval for these military actions, like it says in the Constitution. So Congress voted to sidestep its constitutional duty and authority and allow the president and his Department of War to unilaterally just go and attack a whole bunch of people. Let me also tell you this. It's costing $1 billion a day. A day. The reason why Congress does not have to and will not have to authorize the use of military force is because we are going to lose this war because we can't win a war in the Middle East because we don't even know what victory looks like. And if we knew what victory looked like, he would have told us in the State of the Union address, which he did not do, which leads me and many like me to believe that this was a rash decision or he was pushed into this decision by Israel. That being said, when members of Congress, both Democrats and Republicans, are seeking re-election in November of this year, and the war is going even worse than imagined, this campaign, let me share with you, is dramatically more complicated and complex than the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. We had allies then. We had coalition forces then. We don't have any of that now. And if Europe is sending any weapons of war, it's because they need to protect their interests because of a campaign that this president unilaterally started all by himself, him and Pete Hegseth. But I'll be honest with you, though. If I was president of the United States and there was a story coming out about a girl biting my penis, I'd probably start a war, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think of any way I could distract the American people from having teeth marks on my thing. But when members of the Republican Party in particular are running for re-election in the fall, they can say, well, hey, I didn't vote for this war. I didn't vote for it. And they can even say that they're not for it. Trump will allow them some grace in order to get reelected. But if the War Powers Act, which is something that I know the Democrats wanted, was actually authorized, then every single member of Congress would be on the record whether they voted for this war and more money and more resources for Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump to go and bomb and kill children. Oh, by the way, one of the first actions of this military campaign was a girls' school was bombed. But like 5th to 7th grade or 5-year-old to 12-year-old little girls, because on Saturday, that's a school day in Iran. First, we thought it was Israel. If you go look at European news sources, I would recommend not so much the BBC, but the UK Independent and The Guardian. It was American armaments that bombed a girls' school. You want to talk about inhumane, and it was done in America's name. So now if you're an American and you ever want to travel overseas, we will forever wear that. But the reason why the War Powers act did not pass is because now no member of Congress is on the official record of voting for this military campaign that we are going to lose, because we have a president that was either goaded by Israel and he's embarrassed that his penis got bit by a 13-year-old girl. And he wants to run for a third term. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take another bite of this cookie. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back. And I do want to talk about a more serious issue, one that we have certainly taken our focus off of. I say writ large because this issue used to be one that would just consume our conversations on talk radio and our conversations around the dinner table, and it is the topic of gun violence and how it is so pervasive, hurtful, and damaging to the social fabric of the city of Milwaukee. You're listening to the birthday boy who's got a box of crumble cookies. Oh, Joanne, do you have a crush on me? God damn, I got a crush on you now. You know what I mean? All you got to do is you send me some food, and that's all it takes. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the number one country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
At Versity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/Versity on King to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We got a problem, Milwaukee. But again, I don't know what the solution is. We have suggested many things. There have been mass shootings. There have been workplace shootings. Children sometimes get a hold of somebody's gun, bring them to school. They get caught with them. That's the best case scenario. If a child gets caught with a firearm before they're able to use it. There are other times in which that child is not caught before they execute the unthinkable. Every city has a story. Every town in America has a tragedy relating to gun violence. But we just can't do anything about it. And we have gone to suggesting extremes. Well, we need to ban them. Nobody needs those kinds of firearms. Those are weapons of war. What does a regular person need with a semi-automatic or, in some cases, an automatic firearm that is designed to kill a maximum number of people? And I find this ironic, paradoxical, and hypocritical. You could have all the justification in the world for wanting to ban or at least have more regulations on firearms, which the vast majority of Americans believe that we need to have. That is a very bipartisan issue. Both Democrats, Republicans, moderates, independents, liberals, conservatives believe that we need to have some pretty tight restrictions on firearms, yet they still remain legal and accessible. And in some places, you can walk around with them concealed. And essentially everywhere you can walk around with one carried out in the open. But they always default to the Constitution. It has to be the strongest, most untouched, unaltered, unedited constitutional amendment that we have. For some reason, the Second Amendment, it cannot be moved, it cannot be reduced, it can't even be updated for modern times. When them slave-owning white fellas created the document, you know how long it took to load a musket? There was no way that the slavers could have envisioned a Glock 17 with a switch. They thought that we would all just have muskets, and if there was a tyrannical government like the one they believed they overthrew, America didn't win the Revolutionary War. If it wasn't for help that we got from other European nations like the Spanish and the French, we would have lost that too. Because the people who lived in the colonies were illiterate, toothless, poor farmers. They weren't some super military trained people. They were just a bunch of dudes that didn't want to pay taxes. That's literally what that was. They lied to us about every bit of history you have ever learned. I don't know if there's a school in this country that has told an American child the absolute truth about how this country was formed. However, I digress. The point was we're going to be able to keep and bear arms, and that amendment will remain untouched because we have to allow the people to be able to rise up against their government. And there's some people that actually still believe that to this day. That is the justification that they cling to as to why we still need firearms, so we can rise up against a tyrannical government. Newsflash, you're living in a tyrannical government. If you think whatever gun you have, and you might have a fancy one, you might have a big one, you might have an AR-15, AK-47, a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. You might have a sniper rifle and a .308 and a 30-06. You may have all the above and then some. You might have a pocket pistol and a revolver, and you might have a Glock and a Colt and a 1911. You might have all the things. So you can rise up against a tyrannical government. First of all, nobody is doing that because nobody wants to take the risk. Second of all, the U.S. military has drones. So there's that part. Not going to rise up against a hypersonic weapon that would destroy any rebellion in the United States, especially if Donald Trump is president. So that argument gets thrown out the window. But I find it just so rich every other constitutional amendment or clause or bit of text in that sound document, Donald Trump can violate each and every one of them. Nothing happens. But if you even touch the sanctity of the Second Amendment, the Supreme Court will shoot it down every time. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be back for hour 2.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part. There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. Locally owned Good Karma brand station. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez suavemente. Bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez suave. Bésame, bésame, suave, bésame otra vez.
Welcome to hour 2 of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. So I guess I offended a couple people yesterday. I thought I made my case, but even if I am using some fact and I use history as a guide to make my case, somebody's always going to get offended. I didn't think that it was necessary for the Milwaukee Common Council to waste an ounce of its energy on an ordinance that would create sanctuary status for the city of Milwaukee and also put it on the record that we don't want immigration and customs enforcement here. And we don't. We don't want the heavy-handed enforcement of Christi Noem and what will be Senator Mark Wayne Mullins. You know he's country and a racist if his first name is Mark Wayne. He's going to be worse than Christi Noem. But we don't want that kind of enforcement here. But what the ordinance did and what the council did was basically do something publicly and put it on the record to rebuff and rebuke the Trump administration, which the city of Milwaukee already did because we voted for Kamala Harris. This city is always going to be on the S-hole list when it comes to Donald Trump. I don't think that we needed to waste any kind of time or energy on creating sanctuary status. And I gave you all the details of, if you come to this country, and immigration is very difficult, but you're assuming some risk. You are. And people know that. And they're willing to take the risk of deportation or getting caught or something. The risk is even higher now. When you have 8 African-American members of the Common Council, we have a majority of African-Americans on the council. And for many, many years, while problems in the black community were getting ignored or made worse because we did not have enough legislative power representing the interests of black people in a segregated city to do anything about those problems, I long for the day in which we did have a legislative majority where we could begin to remedy some of those problems that had been ignored by majority white Common Council. Just to put things in perspective, for the first probably 120 years of this city's history, there were no black members on the Milwaukee Common Council. So if you thought that they voted in accordance to the issues that would improve and impact positively the black community, you would be mistaken. And so many, many years and many generations have gone by where we have not had representation that was in the best interest of black people. And then when we get it, their power is used to create sanctuary status for the city of Milwaukee, and all that's going to do is draw more ire from Donald Trump when we don't need it, because they have no impact whatsoever on what Donald Trump's federal immigration enforcement is going to look like, and it's just terribly disappointing. So by me saying that yesterday, a bunch of people said to me, and they reached out to me a variety of different ways, Sherwin, that wasn't very nice. Milwaukee should be a sanctuary city. What does that even mean? If somebody makes a choice and there's risk involved in that choice, the place in which they go, where they decide to settle down, with the risk that they took, that city is not under obligation to mitigate the risk that those individuals took. And maybe that sounds harsh, but I don't know why everybody got so damn sensitive all of a sudden. I'm just stating the facts. And also, I want our Common Council to direct its actions, its intentions, and its wherewithal to improving the African-American community, because we still have problems to deal with. So there, I played Suavemente. Are you guys happier now? Jeez. Everybody's so touchy these days. Gun violence in Milwaukee. It's a daily occurrence. Sometimes we get a reprieve when the weather gets cooler. In the wintertime in particular, there's just typically less because people aren't outside and they're not milling about or not getting into arguments nearly as much because, we're all isolated in the wintertime. I don't know if that happened this winter. It seemed that the weather did not have the same kinds of impact on gun violence, shootings, non-fatal shootings, accidental shootings than it would have had in previous cold weather months. And that leads me to believe that so all the turmoil that's happening in the world, like chaos is the order right now. And whenever there's chaos, it's at every level of government. I'm noticing this. Everybody is really angry. People are very mad at each other. They're very short-tempered. It's just people aren't getting along so well. There's like something, and maybe it's a residual of the psychological impact that COVID had, because I don't know if we all dealt with that. Now, some people are perfectly fine, but there are other people that are just so unreasonably miserable all of the time. I'm just noticing like this. They call it dysthymia. Dysthymia is just like a low level of depression to where people are easily agitated, they're easily annoyed, tempers are quicker. I'm just noticing that it's kind of spread throughout our society. When you have such an era, it manifests itself in a whole bunch of other ways. There's more alcohol use and abuse. There is more domestic violence those things, that ticks up. Abusing children, that actually goes up as well. High school graduation rates go down, whole bunch of things. But also gun violence is another indicator of this dysthymia that I think the entire world is going through. And also, if you're looking at politics, which I don't know, I'd advise you not to nowadays, that in and of itself can make you depressed. But I want folks to be aware it is going to manifest itself in increased gun violence. And where before somebody used to they would argue, or somebody would just walk away or turn the other cheek, or maybe they'd have a fist fight. Now people shoot each other. There was the lady. Now, I didn't really touch that story. You guys know if there's something that is sensational and makes a lot of headlines in the city, I'm all over it, but I didn't touch this one. Where the lady got into the car accident by the Fiserv Forum and the new music venue, because she was at the, what's his name? Mr. D-Lo Man, Boss Man D-Lo concert. Never heard of Boss Man D-Lo before, but this lady attended, and there was a fender bender, and she grabs a semi-automatic assault weapon, and she used it to threaten the person that hit her vehicle. Now, I've heard a bunch of different accounts and a bunch of different stories, but as I understand it, and the most consistent story that I heard about this tragic incident of gun violence, tragic all the way around, is that the person that hit her vehicle agreed to pay for the damages. Which I know in the moment, that's not enough because you're very angry. And she was very proud of her car. She had a Jaguar. She liked her car very much, and somebody hit her vehicle. We're assuming not on purpose. But if you're at the Boss Man Debo Boss Man concert, maybe there was some alcohol involved. I don't know. Even though alcohol shouldn't be an excuse. She pulls out an intimidating firearm. To make a long story short, she pulled out the firearm because she was angry and upset that someone hit her vehicle. But she didn't use it. And the person that hit her vehicle shot her in the head and killed her. I believe she was a mother of two. There's a lot of cautionary tales there. I probably could go on forever about them, but I don't think it would do any good because it likely would fall on deaf ears. But the controversy, it seems, is who is the victim? If you're the first one to draw a weapon and someone kills you, you are not a victim. How Sherwin Hughes sees it, you committed suicide. Let that have been a cop. Cop would have blown her brains out, and we all would have said, well, that's just what happens when you pull a gun out. Do you know the police have the same law of self-defense that we do? There's no difference in the law. That person did what a law enforcement officer would have done, and we would have expected them to, and there wouldn't have been any talk about any kind of tragedy, because if you pull a gun out on a cop, you are going to get shot. You're supposed to get shot. The public would get angry if you did not. And this woman had like an Uzi. Why do you have that anyway? Oh, I'm sorry, Second Amendment. Now, it's unfortunate that both parties went to the Boss Man concert with guns. Leave your guns at home. You're going to a concert. Just go and listen to the music and twerk a little bit and then have a couple of drinks. Don't even drive, actually. Don't drive downtown if you're going to an event where there's no parking anyway. Take an Uber. It's a lot safer. But that is not what happened. And now we have yet another story of violence taking place downtown, a place that we really want to keep violence free because the money that we receive as a city, that we get returned as far as tax revenue goes, helps fund the city of Milwaukee. And I don't know if we see it that way. We want people to come here. We want people from all over the world to come to Milwaukee. It's why we invest so much downtown and in travel and tourism, because the more people come, the more they spend. We've had a bunch of conventions here, didn't we? We had the DNC. It was a bust. We had the RNC. We have the anime convention where a bunch of really, really weird people are going to be walking around wearing tails. Don't pull on those tails because sometimes they're in the anus. No, I'm serious. You know what I'm talking about, Xavier? Sometimes the tail is like, they put it in there. It's a part of a plug.
Sounds like fun stuff to me.
No, I'm not into that now. I don't. Wish I could tell y'all about a discussion I had recently about butt stuff, but I feel like it might be inappropriate for morning radio. But no. I'm not, no, buddy. Not I said the fly, not me said the bee. No kind of butt stuff.
You don't like women in costumes?
It depends on the costume. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's dressed up like a sexy nurse or a maid, yeah, but not like a Japanese samurai fighter with kitty ears. That's weird to me. I don't like weird stuff. I ain't a freak like that. Can we stay on task? A woman got shot in the face at a Boss Man D-Man concert. Another incident of gun violence that happens downtown, and now people are saying the same narrative. Oh, you can't go downtown because all the blacks are downtown and the blacks are shooting each other downtown. We want many people to come and spend money, because when they spend money, they're paying taxes. And when they pay taxes, that's additional revenue. Now, that revenue gets sent to Madison, but Madison returns some of that money back to us so we can fill the potholes and plow the snow and pick up the garbage and invest in a better Milwaukee. So we should be the best stewards of our community that we possibly can be, but we got people that are just act a fool. Because I listen to people come up with solutions to the problems, and they always cost money. Sherwin, we need youth programs. I don't disagree. Sherwin, we need more YMCAs and more after-school programs. Again, I don't disagree. Sherwin, we need to invest in the kids, because when the kids have investment, then they grow up to be doctors and lawyers and engineers. Again, I hear you and I support you 100%. But the money has got to come from somewhere. We can get the money from the revenue, but we are PPing away our revenue when we go downtown and bring a damn gun and want to shoot somebody because they hit our damn Jaguar. It's not a Bentley. It's not a Bugatti. She didn't wake up in a new Bugatti. It's a very expensive car, by the way. It's too expensive to own. Even if I had that kind of money, you think I'd buy $1 million car and live in Milwaukee? If you drive $1 million car, not $100,000 car, because a lot of cars can be, hell, a Cadillac is $100,000, but $1 million car. If I had $1 million car, I would teach myself a lesson. I would steal my own car to teach me a lesson not to have $1 million car. $1 million. Where are you going to park it? What if you got too close to the curb in a Bugatti and you scratch the rims on your Bugatti? The wheels are probably $25,000 or $30,000. I would be very angry. Even though I'm rich, I still don't want to spend $25,000 or $30,000 on buying a new wheel for a Bugatti. That's insane to me. In fact, if I got real super rich, I can't stay focused for anything today. I got a box of Crumble cookies right here. Very distracted. I wouldn't even want a bigger house. Who's going to clean it? What am I buy an 8-bedroom house for? It's just me. Unless a bunch of women moved in. I would be sugar daddy to so many. Oh, my God, I would sugar it up. But it would, hey, relax. It would be legal sugaring. I'd say I would send them to college. I would take care of them. Very good. And you just can live with me. That would be nice. No, I wouldn't expect anything from it. It would be my pleasure because I got a bunch of money. If I buy a really, really big house with 7 bedrooms, I got to put some people in it.
Sounds like the good life to me.
7 bedrooms. Well, 1 is mine. So 6 bedrooms. Each woman gets her own room. 6 bedrooms. 6 very nice ladies. 12 breasts.
French maid outfits?
Whatever they want to wear. I don't never tell a woman what to wear unless we're going on a date, then I'll tell her what to wear. The fellas, you actually can get away with that. If you have a date planned, first of all, you don't got to always ask her what she wants to do. Say, hey, we're going to this restaurant, be ready at 7 o'clock, wear a little black dress. You can get very far by being that direct, but most dudes are like, what do you want to do? I don't care. What do you want? No, you say, look here, this is what we're doing at 7 o'clock. Be ready at 7. Actually, tell her to be ready at 6:30 so she can be ready at 7. Side note on that, I know I'm talking about gun violence, but I assure you gun violence is not going anywhere. If I make plans with a woman, let's say on a Monday, and we're going to go out that Friday night, and I say, hey, I'm going to pick you up at 7 o'clock, okay? I'm telling her on Monday, she agrees. I'm going to pick you up at 7 o'clock on Friday. She has 5 whole days to think about what she's going to wear, to plan everything out. Why is she not ready at 7 o'clock? I literally told you on Monday, you had 5 whole days to not be late. You've known since Monday I was picking you up at 7. I shouldn't have to wait. I hate waiting. I hate it. I hate arriving late to a dinner reservation. I hate it. It shows a lack of discipline. In fact, it's disrespectful, because if she's going to disrespect my time when I am coming to pick her up and I'm probably going to pay, and she has 5 days to be on time and she can't be on time, where else is she deficient? Don't play with my time. I'm real serious about that. Fellas, we need to have boundaries. You can't disrespect my time. That time is money now. Uh-oh. Blake, hang on. I'm going to take a break and I'll come back to you, Blake. I'm sure you got some real good stuff to say. We are talking about gun violence, just so you guys know. It's not about winning the lottery, 7-bedroom house, 6 women of age, thank you. Actually, I want them to be, the youngest I would go nowadays is 42. Anything younger than 42, older women are sexier than they've ever been. They eat right. They drink a lot of water. They're in the gym. And when it comes to a mature woman, she's no nonsense. She ain't playing no games. She's not testing you. She's like, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, come to the house by 7:30. She'll tell me that. And I know what. She don't even got to explain it. Yeah, be at the house. I'll leave the back door open. Come in. Yeah. That's how older women talk. They don't play around with you. These young girls are. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm busy. I don't know. How bad do you want to see me? Do you miss me? An old woman ain't got time for that. Sherwin, bring that thing over here at 7:30 and be ready. Yes, ma'am. Indeed, I will. And dress up like a little Boy Scout. Okay. I'd show up with some Boy Scout shorts on and that little tie they be wearing. All right, let me take a break. It's my birthday. Everybody relax. Just calm down. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 FM. We'll be right back.
You are listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Walk in for a suit, walk out with 2. It's buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Suits, blazers, hats, jeans, and more. Everything you need from a hands-on team that styles you from head to toe. Find a suit, add shoes for half the price. Land a perfect 2-piece set? Now add a vest for 50% less. Prom, weddings, galas, whatever's on your calendar, now's the time to stop in to Nick Avani's. 2nd floor at Mayfair Mall across from AMC. Buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join me today at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience presented by Visit Milwaukee. Our city knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals and the plates are piled high with flavor and lakefront sunrises set the stage for unforgettable days. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes presented by Visit Milwaukee. Today we're going to talk about the phenomenal annual meeting that Visit Milwaukee had and all of the wonderful successes they have had in the travel and tourism that was the year of 2025, and a lot of wonderful things to look forward to in the year 2026. Going to give you what's going on this weekend. I'm still not going to tell you the name of the restaurant where I got the fish fry, because why can't I have anything to myself? My friend and colleague here at Good Karma Brands, happy birthday, Zach. It's Zach's birthday, too. Zach just walked in the studio. Tony Smith had posted on his Facebook page, what are some of your hidden spots, your hidden gems in Milwaukee? And all these damn fools is on his Facebook posting all their little hidden spots. And I said to these fools, I was like, yo, they're not hidden anymore if you tell everybody. That's the whole fun about Milwaukee. There's so many places you all have never heard of. And sometimes you find a little place and it's just like, it's like your personality and it suits you well and it fits you well. And you don't want these people to ruin it. You know exactly who I'm talking about. If the wrong people find out about your little hidden spot, it's ruined. They'll change the whole personality of it. They'll change the character. They'll mess it up. I'm not telling you my little hidden spot. Stop. Don't be asking me. Y'all ask too many questions now. Now, if you got questions, you ask them at 833-212-1017. You can call, you can text, but don't be asking me where I like to go. Now, here's the other thing I need to let y'all know about. If you see me out in these streets, just just throw a little head nod, throw up a little peace sign. I'll nod right back. I'll acknowledge you, but just let me be, because I'm working on something. I'm telling you right now, if you see me out in these streets, okay, and I love y'all very much, I really do, but if you see me out, let me do my thing. Now I'm working on something. I'm doing something. Okay? All right, then. Let's talk to Blake. Blake, thank you for holding. You're on 1017 The Truth. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. Patience, blessings, and salutations. Happy birthday to you, man, and your crew. But my birthday is in September. I'll be 55 this year, but I appreciate you. And you're one of the reasons why I listened to The Truth, because you got off the radio and I couldn't find you, and all that stuff was going on with NOV. And now The Truth has been doing this thing, and I've been listening to y'all since y'all been on. So I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you.
And everybody on your team.
Thank you.
But yeah, the article today is to say gun violence.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
There's a summit.
Actually, March 8th.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going. March 8th, 2000. I was shot 4 times point blank range at work. So when I say it on the radio, they like last time I called, they were like, "Damn, Blake, he got a movie." Ooh, but they didn't know me. But now they know me. But I got shot at work 4 times.
Hold on, Blake. What did you do for work?
I'm a security guard at a bar.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And
that's a dangerous job.
I was on, and 9 times out of 10 when you at the bar, the doorman get it. But I was just, sitting there at the door, asking to put the bottle back. A melee ensued because he hit me, and then I put my hands on him. Next thing you know, fire. Now I'm getting popped up. So I ended up getting shot 4 times, point blank range in my chest, and all in my back, and my arms and stuff, and in my hand. That ended my NBA dreams. But I still made it 12 seasons in the NBA. 12 seasons in the NFL, 5 different teams: Atlanta, Jacksonville, Memphis, Indianapolis, and the Packers.
Wait. You didn't play football. You were security for football teams.
I was on my way. I was on my way to be a defensive end and a receiver for the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That's the year Jeff Blake was playing in New Orleans. But I got shot that summer right before training camp. And then I was going to try and be a walk-on for the Bucks and the Wizards, but I got shot that January before training camp. So I ended up just healing up and just moving around in the hood off of Hopkins and O'Keefe, and I just started doing daycare and being a teacher and stuff. So, my life is just blessed, man. But I still made it to the league, 5 different teams. And then I got a chance to work for the Bucks 2010 when they had Brandon Jennings and Scott Skiles. So I got to move around a lot with that, from being ticket taker to being on the floor with Herb Cole and being his security guard and being the coach shadow to being on the floor during timeout.
You played? No. You played?
I was on my way. I'm a ghetto superstar, man. I played with Gary Gross and Michael Hawthorne and Jeff Lingo and Ray Perrine. I was in school with all them.
Teams, you worked.
I was on my way. I worked security for it because I couldn't pass this. When I got shot up, that killed my dreams. But my dreams and God's dreams is different. My point is, I was trying to do the NBA. Everybody want to be a ball player or a star or a rapper. I was trying to get to the NFL and the NBA. I had the opportunity. And then, living where I grew up at, everybody was going to jail, getting killed, or getting indicted, or, or snitching. But nigga like me, I'm sorry for the N-word, but I made it. But it's God's plan. So I got shot up March 8, 2000. It'll be 26 years. I got kids. I got grandkids. I work. I got my own business. And then I'm just trying to be a regular person, man. I can't sleep the same, and I don't have dreams, but I sleep good, and I have peace in my life. And when death come close to your house, like my great niece getting killed a couple of years ago, and then the lady I was married to, her grandkids and her daughter getting killed in Georgia last year, things happen to people, and life be life. I was just calling in to tell you happy birthday, let you know I'm doing great. Life is good. Life is short. We all here on the breath, man. I'll be 55, and I feel like a little kid, G. So I just appreciate you and everything you do, man. You know what I mean? And I seen you in your little car. I think you got a red Tesla. I'm not sure, but I didn't want to say it was you or not. But just know everybody at the truth, man. Blake is on one, and I'm here for the city, man. And I appreciate you, Sherwin.
Thank you, Blake. I appreciate you.
Don't be outing him,
Happy
man.
birthday, man.
All right. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, so much for that secret. Tried not to tell y'all that I drive an Elon Musk special. Don't judge me. I've got the prettiest red Tesla I've ever seen in my life, and it's mine. Hey, relax. I didn't know the Elon. Okay, I knew, but when I first wanted that vehicle, we just thought Elon was a real smart guy. It was before he was in politics, and then he got in politics. I was like, oh, no, I wish he'd stop. And then he stopped. And then him and Donald Trump weren't friends anymore. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And then he said some racist stuff. I was like, damn, this is embarrassing for us. I, honestly, of all the vehicles that were available in the price range I was looking, nothing even remotely came close. The other vehicle I was looking at there's an EV Chevy Blazer Super Sport. That was the only other vehicle I was looking at. I couldn't find one cheaper than like $72,000. I'm not paying $72,000 for a vehicle. Now, here's the thing. I keep my vehicles for a long time. So I'm not necessarily intimidated by price, but I'm not. No. Especially because I haven't had a car payment, because y'all knew that I drove that Chevy Volt into the ground. I had that car in like 9 years. I keep my cars a long time. Before that, I had a Cadillac. Well, I had a Mercedes, too, which I don't recommend. Don't judge me. It's my birthday. Y'all need to relax. When y'all were listening to Blake, didn't you think he played for all those teams? I thought he didn't, though. He did security for him, that's great. We're happy for you, Blake. Blake outed me. He's like, I seen you in that red Tesla. Damn it. Listen,
was it before or after the Sig Heil?
It doesn't matter. First of all, Elon Musk, he didn't make the car. Like he didn't go into the factory and make my vehicle. There's robots made it. You know what? There's probably other people that make vehicles that are CEOs of companies that we buy products from all the time that are very, very racist. Y'all need to relax. If you've ever driven a Tesla before, it's not even like, it's a whole nother experience. It's not even like driving. And it's got the self-driving. That is just, you have to see it to believe it. I still can't believe it.
How much do you use it?
Often. Sometimes I'll, like if I just want to mess with the radio and like program music, I'll let the vehicle drive itself. If I don't feel like, if I'm tired, I'll let it drive itself. I might have to check and respond to emails. I'll let it drive itself. And then you put in the destination, right? And then this thing comes up on the screen. It's like, where do you want me to park? On the street, in a driveway, in a parking structure. And if you select where you want the vehicle to park, it will find a parking spot. I can pull, even if I'm not using self-driving and I pull into a parking lot, I can just push a button. It'll just find a parking spot where I don't even have to look for parking. It's insane. It has AI in the vehicle. I can have a conversation with AI and be like, yeah, I'm hungry. Oh, what are you in the mood for? I don't know. I want some tacos. Oh, I just put a whole list of taco restaurants on the screen, push one, and I'll drive you to the taco place and find a place to park. Say less. All right, what time is it? 32. I've got to take a break. We're going to talk to a couple people on the other side. We're talking about gun violence, by the way. Don't gun me down because I drive an Elon Musk special. I love it, though. I do. I can't. I'll never buy another gas-powered car. And I was also worried about the cost of electricity because it's electric, fully electric. And no, you don't need some special outlet or special plug. I don't know why people think that. I plug it into just my garage outlet. Now, my garage outlet it's on its own circuit, so there's nothing else on the circuit. But I just plug it into a regular old outlet. It's like driving a big old cell phone with AI in it that drives and parks itself. And it's comfortable, too. It's very comfortable. You're listening to The Truth with me on my birthday. Got the Milwaukee experience coming up. David is coming in from Loaded Spud, so somebody gonna be eating baked potatoes in here. I don't know about y'all in there. If he brings enough, then you can have some baked potatoes. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
You are listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
The worst kind of whites, not that I'm picking on white folks, but then you know how it goes, is the ones that think that they will lose something if this country becomes more fair and equal. I'm going to say that again. The worst kind of white people are the ones that think that if a black person gets a job and gets an opportunity and they ignore how hard the black person had to work and the racism, the bigotry, and the discrimination, and just how people turn their noses up at smart black people. They hate us. And the black person works really hard and overcomes maybe generational curses of poor health and poverty and all of those things. And we got to deal with the police and the criminal justice system that doesn't often have our backs. And then the black person gets a job, gets an opportunity, and a white person sees that and thinks that they lost. Those are the worst kind.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer. Cancer.
But Day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past Day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on Day 1, Day 2, Day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
More of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Birthday. It's your birthday. If I die, bury me inside the Louis style. They ask me what I do and who I do it for.
God, I hope this is clean.
Come up with this up in the studio. All I want for my birthday is a big booty girl. All I want for my birthday is a big booty girl. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci style. When I die, bury me inside the Louis style. All I want for my birthday is a big booty.
All the white folks here, Good Karma brand. What is the meaning of this?
She got a big booty, so I call her big.
All right, that's enough of that. Can't believe, and we don't do this on my friggin' birthday. Nobody brings me crumble cookies. All right, let's talk to... Nothing. Excuse me, sir. Nothing is funny. I don't know what you're laughing at. No one told any jokes.
Hey, Sherwin.
Hi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is so weird. I mean, didn't we just do this, Sherwin? I don't know.
A year ago, yeah.
I'm experiencing a strange phenomenon. Have you heard of the Mandela effect?
I have, yeah.
I've got something similar happening. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this, but it seems like between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, when I wake up on those days, it feels like the same day. And sometimes I feel like I lose a day. I forget what day it is. Does that happen to you? And also, it seems like we just did a big celebration. It must have been your birthday, but it was something else. It was a celebration of your life. So you got two birthdays.
No, I don't. You've never been to any of my birthday celebrations because you would just be probably too gay. So no, you haven't.
No, I'm talking about on the phone, on the radio.
Oh, okay.
It seems like we just did this on the radio like last week or something. You know what I mean, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I mean, you've been getting so much love. I must have that lady who wrote you that poem. Remember that beautiful poem?
Oh, that was last year though.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
But it felt like your birthday that day. You know, it was such a wonderful surprise. And you were trying to not even take it seriously until you saw it like handwritten on this scroll, and you were like, "Oh,
yeah." It's still in the studio. It's a laminated, beautiful poem that she wrote, and then it has a T-shirt. She got me a T-shirt with the poem on a T-shirt. It was very nice.
Fantastic.
I love my community so much because they show me how much they care.
They love you.
I love y'all too.
They really do. Get it while you're alive, okay? And, and when you going on that diet?
Well, first of all,
healthy man.
Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you?
Okay, I will, because you look handsome today. Put a little gold on that butt. You see, you buffed it up a little bit. It's got a little gold sheen on it. You put some makeup on that butt. You put some makeup on. That's what you did.
I need you to bring the gay down. Bring the gay down. You're too high.
No, you did. It's your fault. You looking handsome today. You can't help it. I'm just calling you out. Being handsome. You work at it. You're looking nice for your age. Hey, I really appreciated your story you told earlier the week about your education and your test that you had to pass in order to graduate. Oh. That was a nail-biting good story.
I tell
that was
it
a good story.
5 times a year. But yeah, thank you.
there's so many ways of looking at that story and really finding yourself in it.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Hey, you guys, relax.
That's on you. That's you.
No. That's the producers is in there playing, getting swallowed up.
Yeah, that's Brother Star.
Who's the cute? Somebody being cute in the producer booth today? Who that is? Right. Who that? Got some new buttons. Be pushing them.
Xavier and Zach. It's also Zach's birthday as well. DJ Brother Z's got the same birthday as well.
I knew it. I knew it was a double. Something. Yep. That's what it is.
You
That's
get 2 for 1
Hey,
today.
Zach, happy birthday, yo. Oh, that's
2 for
what
1.
it is. I got you.
Hey, get 2 for 1.
Hey, number one and number 1. All right. Thank you so much. You have a great weekend.
Thank you.
And happy birthday, most sincerely. Wish you many more, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
then. It's not a normal day on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes unless we gay it up a little bit. He came to one of our Beyond the Mic events. It was the one that we did at Scene 1, wearing a tuxedo jacket made out of pink sequins, okay? Not only did he wear a pink sequins tuxedo jacket, he brought a second pink sequin tuxedo jacket for Christi Noem. And I've got photographs of them both. Because Eastside Corey's a small little fella. He's a little itty bitty, a little small. Like a little gay Sammy Davis Jr. He's a little small little fella. And the jacket that he brought actually fit Carrie. So 2 of them are running around wearing pink sequins tuxedo jackets. You know who else has a pink sequins tuxedo jacket? Hello, Bob.
Hey, happy birthday, man. Your birthday reminds me of when Zach saved my life.
Oh, good.
You know, I think that was Zach. Wasn't that you, Zach, to save my life from Miss Ricks? You don't remember?
Saved your life from Miss Ricks?
Oh, that wasn't you? You know, when I told a joke and you said, I was kidding, and then she lightened up on me and let me off the air nice. You don't remember that, Zach? Was that
nobody remember that. Because
that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, you remember it?
I don't know what I had last night for dinner, Bob.
Oh, well, the joke I told was I went to every place in Wisconsin, and I just could not find an answer. It's the biggest secret ever kept. Do you grow into a cheesehead, or are you born with a cheesehead? And nobody would tell me. And then Miss Ricks came in on me, and then Zach said, oh, he's just kidding. And then Miss Zach, she eased it down. But I wanted to say this, and my last point. I wanted to say I only celebrate one day a year. 41 years ago, vodka and orange juice, New Year's. I didn't celebrate Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Easter. But I don't want to get into that. I want to get into where you're eating. Now, I'm not going to mess with you with your family. But if you with a woman, I'm going to every restaurant, and I'm going to find you. And I'm going to say, hey, Sherwin, what you doing? And I will go to every restaurant in Wisconsin to find you. So you better go home after you eat with your family. You better go home, because if you're not going home, Bob is going to be looking for you. And you're going to be looking for Bob, because I'm going to mess with you with that woman. Boy, talk to you later. Okay.
Why do I even answer his phone calls?
I'm confused as what just happened.
Nobody knows what happened. Bob don't even know what happened. And he brought Zach into it, and Zach don't know what happened either. That's 4 of us that have no idea what happened. I know this much. We got Al online too, so I'm gonna take a break, come back, and we'll talk to him. Al, if you were me, Al, I want you to think about this while we're on our commercial break. Al, what would you recommend I do tonight for my birthday? And do not hold back. You know, you're probably going to say something like, do everything you big enough to do. Well, what am I big enough to do, Al? I want a list of things that Al would recommend that I or any of us, including Zach, whose birthday it is too, what should we do on our birthdays? What are we big enough to do? Al's words on the other side. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. We'll be right back.
You are listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At Versity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
More of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Al, you're on 1017 The Truth. How are you?
I'm doing good, and I want to wish you and Zach a happy birthday. So once y'all leave this show, it is your time. First thing I would do, I would give me 2 half pints of gin.
Yes.
Because it's going to be mouth to bottle all weekend. I will let some of my unique appetites and some of my good friends know that I'm going to be seeing you today, and then I will go out tonight. And I will go out tonight hard and heavy. I will be in those streets like I'm trying to catch 3 diseases: chlamydia, gonorrhea, and shingles. No, not shingles, syphilis. But don't let syphilis go to the second or third stage, because then you look like you got chicken pox and shingles. Then what I would do, I would end the night sleeping at somebody else's house. And I would tell them, don't worry about no birth control because I'm going to eat the kids out. Then I would get up that Saturday morning after I'm feeling good, flushed and brushed and rejuvenated. I would go home and take a shower. And then I would jump in my car and I would head down to Chicago because I'm pretty sure you're very well known and you got people down in Chicago. And I would let them know Daddy is coming to town, so get ready. I would go get me a hotel room somewhere down South Loop or Michigan. I would go get a massage, get pampered, razzle, and dazzle. And then I would go out all night in downtown Chicago, hit some of the rooftops, because you're going to have a lot of well-to-do women down there who love black men. So, make some connections, have a good time. And then I will probably go down to some bars, sit at the bar, have a couple of drinks, maybe meet a couple or maybe meet some friends, go back to the hotel and have some fun. But you got to go at least 3-4 places. Then you get up Sunday morning after you are rejuvenated, and then you drive 3.5 hours to St. Louis. And you want to stay right next to the Cardinals field, baseball field. And then you just spend that day in St. Louis just chilling and doing you, eating some fine dining, maybe bust you a couple of big nuts, have a good meal, maybe stay drunk a little bit. And then around maybe 1, 2 o'clock, turn it in and get up at about 7 o'clock. And then jump in your car and drive home. And then you can start your show from the highway. And let them know I'm on my way. But what I will say to you and Zach, make sure you use your middle name while you're out. Never use your government name. Because, you might find people who are related, and you might find some people who might be looking for you in the daylight with the flashlight because you hit that spot. And now they're walking around shaking, don't know what's going on. Because you have saturated, you have anointed their emotions with so much vanilla filling that chocolate cupcake and them ginger snaps could not understand why it tasted so good, because you marinated and you soiled it and you took your time with it. And then you come back to work Monday with a new attitude. That's what I would do.
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful... Well, I got a little frosting on my finger. That sounds like a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, and then I would ask everybody, how do they like that vanilla filling and that chocolate cupcake?
Oh, how do they
Because sometimes the filling, because the filling is better when it's on the inside, but it looks better actually when it's on the outside.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, then. What just happened? But that was a hell of a weekend.
Yeah, that sounded like a great weekend.
Going to St. Louis, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't expect a lot of those things.
Mm-hmm. Frosting, so good. Yeah, I didn't know where he was going with that, but I'll tell you, very valid birthday suggestion. So I guess I'll probably be seeing some of y'all in St. Louis. What if Bob showed up in St. Louis? Oh, Sherwin, I told you I was going to find you. We both going to bust a couple. All right. How do I get back to a serious topic? We're talking about gun violence. And it's a very serious subject. I feel like I still have frosting on my face.
You're good.
Okay, thank you. I wish you guys would put the guns down so nobody gets hurt. Vince also said that he was going to come to the studio and bring a gift. So thank you, Vince. I'm not sure what he's bringing. You guys are so very nice to me. You guys are such nice people. I got a Amazon gift card from some friends. Mr. Mahdi sent me a birthday gift yesterday as well. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you so much. You know what I need to do? I need to take some time to be grateful. I'm very happy to have all of you that listen to me every day. Sometimes I don't know why, But don't think that I don't appreciate you, especially the black people. The whites, you guys are great too. I got some Asians. Remember when the Asian guy brought me some pho? Remember that? I feel bad every time I walk past the pho spot over here in the 3rd Street Market Hall because I feel like I should buy something, but I don't want to buy any pho because I just don't want to buy it. You know what I mean? But thank you. Oh, he's probably listening. Hey there, buddy. Hey, thank you for the pho. It was very good. But it's very involved. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on with the pho, but it was delicious.
Too many steps to eat it.
And it had like the stuff you could put in, all the additives and all of the different things, and it had the noodles and had some pork in it, and it was very, very delicious. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all so much on these days when I don't feel like coming to work, I don't got nothing to talk about, I don't feel like being engaging or entertaining. You guys make it so easy. And to my community, thank you for giving me the career of a lifetime. Stay tuned for the Milwaukee experience.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows. And I'm 24, so like I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation. We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth. Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome to Hour 3 of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And like we do every Friday at 11 a.m., Welcome to the Milwaukee Experience, where we talk about all the wonderful and fantastic things that are going on in this fair city by the lake. And let me begin with our good friends over at Visit Milwaukee had their gigantic annual meeting, and there's oh so much to celebrate and even more to look forward to in 2026. Fresh off a record-breaking year, Visit Milwaukee used its 2026 annual meeting in front of 800 guests at the Bradley Symphony Center on Tuesday to launch its Flavor Era, marking a new chapter in how the organization markets Milwaukee on the national stage. And I need each and every one of you to start looking at the city of Milwaukee as a national, if not international, destination. Visit Milwaukee closed 2025 with record-breaking sales, booking 328,659 hotel room nights and reaching 114% of its goal, a 14.4% year-over-year increase. Of those 328,659 hotel room nights, Sports Milwaukee generated 79,424 room nights and $125 million of economic impact. Ladies and gentlemen, that is something that we can be proud of. No other city in the state can match those numbers. Milwaukee's 2025 results reflect real competitive gains, said Eric Evgen, Executive Vice President of Tourism Economics. Hotel demand and occupancy growth outpaced much of the demand and peer set. The Milwaukee posted year-over-year acceleration, while several comparable markets actually slowed down. And in a competitive environment, that translates into winning more business. Building on that performance, Visit Milwaukee outlined an ambitious slate of initiatives that will shape the year ahead. Major industry meetings and events on the books. Milwaukee will host Expo, the International Association of Expositions and Events annual meeting. Meetings today and live at AMCI engaged in 2026, placing the city in front of influential planners who drive long-term group business. The National Sports Spotlight, the USA Triathlon, which I will not be in, and the AVCA First Serve and Snap-on IndyCar weekend will bring championship-level competition broadcast visibility to our great state of Wisconsin. Sports Milwaukee continues to pursue high-impact events that elevate the city's reputation while generating measurable economic return. Get this, ladies and gentlemen. A record 62 cruise vessels are scheduled to dock in Milwaukee this season. That's the largest schedule in Milwaukee's history, and Visit Milwaukee is working alongside port and hospitality planners to convert those arrivals into extended stays and neighborhood-level spending while welcoming each cruise vessel that stops here. Season 2 of Milwaukee Made, hosted by David Caruso and created in partnership with Team Lammy. I went to high school with Brian Lammy, by the way. He was an excellent basketball player. Will begin airing in late spring of 2026 and roughly 12 other Midwestern markets. Let me get to some of the events that are going on this weekend. As a couple of you mentioned, I believe LT was one of them, the 17th annual Shamrock Shuffle, that is coming back to Milwaukee. For those of you that don't know, the Shamrock Shuffle is more than just the biggest St. Patrick's Day themed party in Wisconsin. It is a community event that brings people together to not only celebrate one of America's most celebrated holidays, but also an event that brings thousands of people to the city of Milwaukee every single year. And those of you that have experienced the Shamrock Shuffle know exactly what I'm talking about, because once you experience one, you're never the same. Thousands of people will be coming to Milwaukee as they do every single year. In 2025, the Shamrock Shuffle saw over 10,700 attendees sign up for the event, which raised money for the MS Run, the Milwaukee Diaper Mission, Forward Please, and other local charities. The Shamrock Shuffle also creates hundreds of jobs for bars and restaurants and the Milwaukee Police Department on a usually quiet Saturday. The organizers Swarm Events also organized the Locust Street Beer Run, Storm the Bastille 5K Run, and Milwaukee's Oktoberfest and the 12 Bars of Christmas. So it will be in Walker's Point and on Water Street and then MLK Drive and 3rd Street. And you can pick up your friends all along the way. For more information, check out the Shamrock Shuffle on Facebook. And also, ladies, we haven't forgotten about you. International Women's Day live music night at Low Country. Join them as they celebrate International Women's Day with an unforgettable night of music, community, and purpose at Low Country, Milwaukee. The special event honors the strength, the creativity, and impact of women, set to the sounds of live music by not Candy France and Alvin Turner, delivering the soulful blend of jazz, funk, and R&B. Here's what you can expect. Live music performances, spa gift basket giveaways, drink specials, $20 buckets, and $5 select shots. Ladies, please be careful. Wear purple to show your support. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Women's Fund of Greater Milwaukee, supporting women and families right here in our community. Come early, bring your people, and be a part of a night that means something. Empowered, inspired, and unstoppable. That is at Low Country, 1114 North Water Street, and that is going to be taking place tomorrow from 5 until 9 p.m. And you have Carnival Milwaukee, which is actually going on tonight. I don't know, maybe Zach and I will go there for our birthdays. This is a citywide event that brings together 300 plus guests from diverse backgrounds, neighborhoods, and ages, fostering meaningful connections and celebrating the rich mosaic of Milwaukee. Enjoy food from 20 plus local vendors, music and dancers. Maybe people will be twerking, a raffle, a photo booth, and great company as we celebrate economic development successes across Milwaukee. Costumes and cultural wear are indeed welcome. Learn more about Carnival Milwaukee, which is tonight beginning at 5:30 and going until 8:30 at the Factory on Barclay. That is this evening starting at 5:30. The Factory on Barclay is located at 1120 South Barclay Street. And I actually very well may be stopping by there. And then the other fantastic event that Xavier said he might be going to. Anime Milwaukee, that convention is back in town. Are you an anime person, Xavier? Do you watch the anime cartoons?
I love anime, and I love anime women.
Is there something special and unique about anime women that maybe the rest of us don't know?
You know, something that we can't talk about on the station, but I can talk to you after the show.
Don't. Anime Milwaukee is a 3-day anime convention that operates at the Baird Center and the Hilton Hotel in Milwaukee with an estimated economic impact of over $3 million in our downtown area. Guys, the economic impact from all these different events is just absolutely mind-blowing. Anime Milwaukee is running from today through Sunday, 2026. And you have to go to the animemilwaukee.org website because this schedule is just absolutely insane, the amount of program. They even have kids programming. They've got Club Anime MKE, that not cosplay combat chess. They have cosplay meetups, cultural programming, K-pop battles, a maid cafe, MAID. I wonder if people are going to be dressed up as maids. A masquerade, a nocturnal underground panel programming, a swap meet, a kimono exhibition, tabletop gaming, a video gaming hall, a manga library, an escape room. There's just a whole bunch of different events that are going on at the annual anime convention taking place at a number of venues downtown, including the Baird Center and the Hilton, and that is all weekend long here in the city of Milwaukee. So you have no shortage of things to do. You've got the Shamrock Shuffle. You've got the International Women's Day music event at Low Country. You've got Carnival Milwaukee 2026. And of course, you have the birthdays of myself and Zach. Is Zach in the studio? Zach, what are you doing for your birthday? You have any ideas of what you doing tonight?
Wave and I have a show tonight at the Cooperage.
People should go and check that out. Wave Chappelle and DJ Brother Z at the Cooperage tonight. What time should people get there, Zach?
I say 8:30.
Be there, be square. Happy birthday, by the way, Zach. I want to make sure I acknowledge your birthday. How old are you? You still
28. Thanks. Happy birthday to you as well.
28.
And then tomorrow I'll be DJing at the Bucks game in the Pottle Club. And then after the Bucks game, I'll be DJing on the South Side at Katrina Cantina.
You working all weekend, buddy, making that money. All right. If y'all see Zach out here in these streets, buy him a drink or two. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Milwaukee experience. And we certainly hope to see you out and about this weekend. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, and I believe Loaded Spud. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
Adversity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
More of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome back to the program. Very happy to have both Mona, David, and Anthony walking on the studio. They are from Loaded Spud. Welcome to the program, Loaded Spud, Mona, and David.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Mona, let me start with you. So how would you describe Loaded Spud to someone who is unfamiliar with the restaurant?
Well, Loaded Spud is a place where you're going to get comfort and something that you're never going to forget when you eat it. The potatoes are huge, so they're memorable. And also all of the seasonings and flavoring, again, you're just never going to forget that good comfort food.
How long have you guys been around?
We have been open for 7 months.
Okay, so relatively new.
Very new, yeah.
So I don't know if you guys knew that today was my birthday, okay?
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Mona.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, David. And you guys just happened to bring some examples of Loaded Spud's delicious food. So, my God, what on earth is this? That's a baked potato somewhere in there, hey? So how would we describe this, David? What is this here? Or Mona, what is that? I'm going to eat it, whatever
Well,
it is.
you've got one of our actual favorites. So the jerk chicken and shrimp. It's a loaded potato with custom jerk sauce. We got our signature seasoning on it.
Oh, my God!
Yep, there you have it.
Oh!
All the toppings, the cheese, the sour cream, fully loaded and super, super good. I mean, meat all the way through.
What inspired you all? Because this is fantastic. So what was the inspiration behind the restaurant and your menu items?
So it really came from just not having something in the market that was comforting, affordable, and memorable. You know, you always see kind of like the burgers and the fries and the tacos. And so we really wanted to take potatoes and make it a main dish. It was always something that was on the side, you know, and no one's ever seen it so exaggerated in a different way. So we really wanted to create something unique and memorable. And that's how the idea came about. We love potatoes. We love different things. And so we just wanted to put it all on top of a potato.
Do you all have favorites? I know that you guys mentioned this one, but are there other favorites that you guys enjoy?
Oh, yes. For me, that's going to be the hot honey chicken.
You have a hot honey chicken.
Yes.
Loaded Spud. Tell me what's all in that.
So you got the hot honey chicken. It has ranch. I like to always add shrimp in mine. You've got the green onion, the sour cream. It has the cheese and the garlic butter. Super, super good. It's one of my favorites.
We would also like to thank Loaded Spud for being a partner with us at our Truth Community Awards. I know that folks really, really enjoyed your food, and it was great exposure for you all. So tell us your hours and also where you are located, because y'all need to hurry down to Loaded Spud.
So our hours, we open at 11 a.m.
Oh, my God!
And we close at 8 p.m., but we're going to start doing a late night, so a loaded after dark. We're going to start closing at 10 p.m., launching our happy hour campaigns with $5 loaded lemonades, loaded potato bowls for $5. And we're located at 789 North Water Street.
Now, when you say loaded lemonade, would there happen to be any spirits inside of those lemonades?
Yes.
Oh, really? We serve alcohol as well?
Yeah, we serve alcohol, so we're going to be doing our new campaign with our loaded happy hours. We do a loaded brunch. We're going to have loaded mimosas. Everything, the whole concept is everything loaded.
When is that slated to begin? Because I need to be there.
The happy hour is going to start today, and the brunch is every Saturday from 11 to 4 p.m.
Do you guys do events, any catering? Let's say somebody listening right now, they got a baby shower coming up and they want to do something a little different, a little unconventional with their menu items. Tell us about catering services you may offer.
Yes, so we do offer catering options. So just depending on what it is that you want, you can get different types of potatoes. Everything is made fresh. It's hot. It'll arrive to your destination hot and ready. So as long as you let us know the quality count that you need at a certain time frame, you can find it on our website, or you can inquire directly through the restaurant phone number as well.
And our website is letsgetloaded.online.
Oh, I like that. One more time.
Letsgetloaded.online.
The restaurant industry and business, we know there's a lot of challenges. Sometimes when food costs go up, you guys are impacted by that. And, you know, we are known in the city of Milwaukee for having a variety of incredible restaurants in all sorts of different neighborhoods. But do you find it difficult to compete with all the restaurants that we have and making sure that people know that you are there? Because this is it's a very crowded space. How do you guys deal with some of the challenges in owning a restaurant in this city?
Yeah, so our main goal was to be unique. So when we came with the loaded potatoes, you know, we give bigger portions. We have creative combinations. You have like the jerk chicken and shrimp. We have the Philly cheesesteak in there. And also to make us competitive, if you come in, every potato that you see, we have a sandwich counterpart.
Oh, so it's not just loaded potatoes.
Yeah. So we do loaded sandwiches just in case one day you might not want a loaded potato. You might want a loaded sandwich. So we try to keep it that one. But right now, we know there's other places that sell baked potatoes, but we try to really work on our focus of keeping ours looking like a baked potato. And we also have a customized seasoning that we created that you can't find anywhere else.
I just wish you two would do all the talking so I can enjoy this delicious jerk chicken and shrimp. And so underneath here
is a Philly cheesesteak.
There's a Philly cheesesteak, which I kind of wish we didn't mention because my producer, Xavier, was wondering if there was going to be a loaded Spud for him, and I want to tell him no, but I can't because now you guys have told us that there is a Philly cheese. I'm going to take a look at it.
You're so gracious.
It's my birthday, though. How about
that? Is why you're so gracious.
Oh, it looks like we might have. Do we have any napkins in here? Because also, I'm in a studio where they tell us. Oh, I got napkins right here. You know, I'm not supposed to eat in the studio. That they told us when we moved in here in 2022, under zero circumstances are we allowed to eat food in the studio. And someone brought me some crumbled cookies, and I've got a loaded Spud right here. I'm just going to take a look at the Philly cheese. No, Xavier, you can't have that. I don't know how you're going to work your life out, Xavier, but I can't give that to you because if it's your birthday, it's a different story. I don't know what.
We got to wait till September for that.
Okay, well, this will be gone by noon, so September is going to be too far away. Tell us who your customers are. You guys have been open for some months now. Who are your typical customers, and are you getting people that maybe you didn't expect?
You know, we get a lot of different people. A lot of people come from different states to try to bake potato. I think this Saturday we had quite a few people from Iowa that was in for a convention. We get a lot of lunch people, so a lot of City Hall employees, a lot of downtown workers. And then we're transitioning now, so at night we get a lot more people that come at night that can park. So we have a very, very, very diverse clientele.
And I'd imagine being downtown, because we have a whole bunch of things going on downtown. There's a bunch of conventions, and there's a lot of activities going on. Of course, we have sporting events. I'm assuming that being where you guys are located, when we have a lot of things going on in Milwaukee, that helps your customers, your customer base, right?
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people actually come from Chicago. They'll drive down, and they'll come just for the potatoes. So that's been really cool to see as well.
I'm sweating. So what are your backgrounds? Do you guys have a background in the culinary arts, or like where'd you guys get your experience in making such delicious food?
Yeah, I've been in the service industry for quite some time. I worked in corporations. I owned a couple of bars, restaurants in the city of Milwaukee as well. So I always had a love for the food. And when we made the concept of loaded, we wanted something that'll be a wow factor, that'll stand out in the city. And we feel that we created that company with Loaded Spud. And our goal is to keep it here, expand to other locations, and franchise the concept.
You didn't tell me this was spicy. It's got a kick to it.
A little kick to it.
How about you? Your background or anything in the culinary arts, or are you just naturally creative with food?
I actually cook every day.
Oh, you do?
I love cooking. It's something that's just so fun. My grandfather was a chef, so I grew up just learning how to make things and always kept doing it. And I always loved entrepreneurship. So I've done so many things with different companies, helping them build, launch, market, brand. And so this concept was something that was really cool because I could do what I love, cooking, and bring food and happiness to more homes. So that's what really got me here.
There are a lot of people, I'm sure, that also enjoy cooking. And everybody says, oh, one day I'm going to start a restaurant. What advice would you give to folks? And they probably have cooked for their families, and they know that they're the number one cook in the family, and they're thinking about making that leap of being a restaurant owner, an entrepreneur. What pieces of advice would both of you give to someone who is considering starting a restaurant? Because, again, it's not easy.
Yeah.
People think that, oh, I'm a really good cook, and I'll be a good restaurant owner. That's not always the case. What advice would you guys impart?
I would say you have to have a love for what you do. So when you create the food, you want to see a person enjoying it like yourself right now. So you got to have the love for it and the willingness to put in the extra hours to make it great. And I think if you do that with the hard work and inspiring and having the ability to lean to your the people part that's part of your team to help you become a better business owner, a better food preparer, I think that's very important.
I can taste the love.
And I would definitely have to just add on, what's the end goal in mind for the future dream that you have? I know sometimes people say they have dreams and they just never take action. And I think the best thing that you can do is just take action, even in the smallest ways. Because how do you know if it's really going to work out if you never even actually physically tried in any kind of way?
Give us the address and hours one more time for Loaded Spud.
So we are at 789 North Water Street, right across from Pabst Theater, and we are open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
It's so good. Thank you.
Thank you.
No. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for partnering with 1017 The Truth and our second annual Truth Community Awards. We appreciate you. And everybody listening, go and
welcome.
Get some Loaded Spuds and loaded lemonades, but don't get too drunk. All right. And take a break, come back, and continue our conversation. We're having a very serious show today. Very serious. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. Will be right back.
You are listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
right, so now I think that's Vince. He is. Zach is out in the 3rd Street Market Hall. That's not Vince, is it? Hey, don't give it to Zach. It's mine. What is he? That's my gift. Why are they talking for so long? Zach, you better not. I'm watching you. I think Zach is stealing my birthday gift.
Is it more food?
I don't know what it is. It's in a nice, black bag. What is he explaining to him? I shouldn't have sent Zach. Because the guy's going to be like, oh, well, it's your birthday. You can just have it. No, not a dude is walking off. Zach has the bag. This jerk chicken and shrimp loaded potato, I've had many different jerk chickens before. The jerk chicken that they put in this loaded Spud is some of the best jerk chicken I've ever had. It's hot as hell, though. I'm sweating.
Yeah, you're sweating.
They didn't tell me when I started eating it how spicy it was. I had to take my hat off. All right, Zach should be. She needs to be in here by now. If he's not, he's doing something sinister with my gift.
Yeah, it's kind of taking him a little long.
Do you hear him come? Is he coming back in? You hear him yet?
Nope.
You might need to go get him because I think he's stealing.
Oh, he's coming right now.
Okay, all right. Well, what is it? Zach, come in here. Come here. What is it? I know he was talking to you for a long time. What's in? Don't worry about it. What you mean? Don't worry about it? Did you take something out of here? Did you steal?
I got my own little present now. You gave me my own present.
Hold on a second. We need music for this. Damn. Not a bottle of 1942. Oh, there's more. Oh. What is this? What is this here? Wrapped up in the bubble wrap. Hold on a second now. Zach, he gave you something too? Or you got some? Oh, that's nice of him. Oh, it is? I want to see what it smells like. Oh, it do? Not that I need any more women going crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's only one of me, and look at me, look, I'm married. My wife is gonna love this. I can't open it though. Damn. Best birthday ever.
You need like a little knife or something.
I got it. Here we go. This is Club de Nuit Intense. Never even heard of it before. It's really seriously wrapped up pretty significantly. Hold on. I got cookies, a baked potato, 2 baked potatoes. I'm gonna have to give y'all one of these, but this first one is leaking, so I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all want to split this potato? This other one? Yeah, let me see those, Zach. Oh, never mind, I got it. I'm cool. Kyle gonna be mad because you have to clean up all this stuff when the show starts. All right, what is this here? Look at this! God bless America. All right, you see, look at that. You see that there? That's the bottle. All right, let me see what it smells like.
Looks sophisticated.
Let me just spray a little bit on it. Oh, yeah. Woo! Somebody gonna ovulate when they smell this.
I got a hot date tomorrow, Sherwin. Maybe let me borrow that.
You ain't borrowing? Hell no. Have your own birthday. Get your own radio show and put in 20 years worth of work, sir. Oh, that smells delicious. You know what Al was saying earlier?
I was thinking the same thing.
That's all gonna happen because of this cologne. I wonder if this was expensive. I hope it wasn't. I feel bad. Oh, this is good. Club de Nuit Intense Man. Can we, you want to smell it? Yeah, I sprayed a little bit on the little paper right there. It's delightful. Yeah, it do smell good, don't it? So y'all can have this other potato, but it's leaking though. So I don't know what to do. Because if I take this out, it's going to Okay, grease. All right. Gun violence is awful. Gun violence is terrible. We're talking about gun violence today. Man, this cologne, it smells really, really good. And look at this here. Because you guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of tequila, okay? However, 1942 will do it every single time. So I don't even think I need to go out tonight. With this cologne and this tequila, I'm having somebody come over. You know what I mean?
You about to have someone's auntie over at your house later on, huh?
Auntie's grandma. Again, I'm 51 years old now. I'm just auntie. Look, the auntie and the grandma, both of them can come over.
I thought you liked them young.
I said I wouldn't go younger than 42 because they're too immature. And like nowadays, even women in their 30s are immature. You know what I mean? I need a grown ass woman.
Sounds like you had some bad experiences.
Who hasn't? We all have. Everybody in here. Everybody listening to the sound of my voice has had a bad experience with the opposite sex. Sherwin, how come you don't settle down? I am settled down. I'm wearing a wedding ring. I'm married. Y'all ladies, leave me alone. I guess I probably shouldn't have told what I'm going to do tonight on the air because my wife might be listening. She's cool, though.
You guys might have a open marriage.
I mean, I can have an open marriage if it's just me. Like, she can't. Don't be ridiculous. Come on. You guys are silly. Open marriage. Like, she can do whatever she wants to do?
Yeah, it's the 21st century. You know, open sexual positivity. I thought this is what this show, represents.
Nope. They call that, there's a new term for it. Polycule, like molecule, where you have those open kind of relationships and situationships. Like you have your main partner, but then the two of you can enjoy the company of other people.
Polyamorous.
It's got all sorts of different names. This is more like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, us Generation X folks. We're monogamous but cheat. Y'all are just like, you put it all out there, so I guess it's not as cheaty. But no, we
might as well have a healthy, relationship.
It never ends up that way. Of the people that I know that have even tried alternative lifestyles, at some point it just becomes one way. One partner enjoys it, wants to do it forever. The other partner does not. Even if it starts out as they're totally willing and consensual and, oh, it's great, we're going to bring another person in, or we're going to go out, we're going to meet somebody, and, you can meet somebody and date them, and then I'll meet somebody and date them. There's no way that can erode your marriage, because eventually, the more you do it, you may find a person that you are more emotionally compatible with than the person you're actually committed to. So I don't know how that works for people, but there's some folks that swear by it. I have a story or two, one I told, one I have not. So I have a very good friend, and he's coupled with a woman, and they're real cool. I know her too. They're great people, and they're not married. They're close. They are each other's forever person, but they enjoy the lifestyle. Okay, that's their thing. She was married, I believe, once before, and her former husband were involved, but that's not the reason why they got divorced, but they were in the lifestyle. And so her and my friend, they've been together for a while, and it was, I don't know, a couple months ago, like, oh, Sherwin, why don't you come over to the house on Friday at about 7 o'clock, we'll have some drinks. I'm like, cool, I'll come to the house 7 o'clock. So I get to the house, and I notice he's dressed up a little bit, so is she, and she's a very attractive woman, very, very shapely, very, very fit, very well-built, shapely lady. She was wearing something that was unmentionably tight and form-fitting. I'm like, well, this is an unusual outfit for us to be sitting around the house and drinking.
Fun stuff.
So they said, well, Sherwin, we're going to go on a little bit of a field trip. I said, say what now? Like, yeah, we're going to go around the corner not too far away. I'm thinking we're going somewhere in the neighborhood. Well, we hop in the Jeep, and we go to just a regular, I'm not going to say the name of the bar. I'd heard of it before. Most of you all have heard of it as well. It's south of downtown. And so I'm like, oh, we're going to XYZ bar, no big deal. But as we're parking the vehicle, I'm noticing that there are people walking across the street very scantily clad. There's a lot of women wearing lingerie and a lot of very tall, very spiky heels, and a lot of women that look as if they're going to some Playboy-themed event. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on now? And I remember my friend and his woman, they're just laughing, they're giggling at each other. So we walk into this establishment, which I'm not going to name, and there's a lady sitting behind like a podium asking for our names. And I let my friend and his girlfriend go first because they're the ones that brought me here to this bar, which I'm not going to name, that is south of downtown. And they say two very unusual names that I've never heard of before. Come to find out, the names that they said are the names that they use because they're a part of a social networking club that is invite only.
Some cool friends.
As I'm looking past the woman in the podium, first thing I see is a woman who is wearing, I'm not lying to you, heels and a thong. Nothing else. She's completely shirtless, not wearing any pants, and I notice she's got writing all over her body. She's handing out markers to people to draw on her body. And at this moment, I realized where I was at. It brought me to a swingers event. Now, I'm not going to get into all of the details of what I witnessed, but I can honestly say, and I was 50 years old at the time, I'm 51 today, I'd never seen anything quite like that in my entire life. Now, I remember we were at a bar, but they rented this bar out. There are individuals that sign up to be members of this particular club, and they thought it would be funny to take me because they know that I'm kind of square when it comes to that kind of stuff, and let's just say it's not for me, but to each their own. You know, to each their own. If you like to explore things and do things, by all means, I support you. If you're all consenting adults and if everybody agrees and if everybody is comfortable and you got your safe word, then I love that for you. It just isn't for me, and I'm not ashamed to admit. So here's the thing. There's a lot of people that wish they could have the kinds of freedoms to go and do and explore certain things. I'm not, had they told me I wouldn't have went. That's the thing. They had to trick me. And I got a chance to witness, it wasn't X-rated, but you wouldn't want your kids there. You know what I mean? And everybody there, no one was young. That was the other thing. Everybody was in there. The youngest person was probably in their mid-30s. It was some older folks that were there. A lot of couples, a handful of single women. No single men. Single men are not allowed. Single men you have to be coupled or a woman to be able to go to this. I just realized that that's not necessarily for me. That's the kind of thing I would expect to see Al at, which would be embarrassing for me if I'm at an event like that I got tricked into going to, and then I run into Al, So, but no, it was. It
could make for good radio.
I know. I can't talk about what I saw. I can't. It was just not for me, and I'm putting myself in a situation of. Because people were there with their spouses. And then everybody was really nice. And they would come up and introduce themselves because they had never seen me before because all these people know each other and they go to different places. They rent out different locations. Sometimes they'll rent out an entire floor of a hotel room. Sometimes they'll go to the Dells and they'll rent out, resorts or parts of resorts. And they do their thing. God bless them. But they had never seen me before. And so there was a lot of curiosity about who I was. And then the question I kept getting was, how long have you been in the lifestyle? I said, I'm not in. How long have you been in? I'm not in it. So just a word of caution. And also another part of the Milwaukee experience. You are listening to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. I'm so scared to look at the YouTube comments right now because I think I'm getting judged. Can't judge me. It's my birthday. I don't care what y'all say about me. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back.
Don't touch that dial. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Adversity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
People think I'm crazy, but I love you cause you crazy too. Radio killer. Red light special, undress me under the candlelight. Turned up in this.
I'm so full. I've been eating since 9 o'clock this morning. I'm looking out the window here. You got people wearing anime costumes. Shout out to Vince, man. Come on, Vince, with the 1942 bottle and the cologne. David and Mara. That was her name, Xavier. Mara.
Mona
from Loaded Spud. Brought the loaded baked potatoes. I tried the jerk chicken and shrimp. Very spicy. Very jerk chickeny. Very shrimpy. It was loaded with both jerk chicken and shrimp. Delicious. Came with a little side of sour cream. There's a Philly cheese loaded potato, but it leaked a little bit. So I don't know if I take it out of the box, you're gonna have grease all over the place. So I think I'm gonna have to take it home. I got the crumble cookies from Joanne. And Joanne thinks I'm cute. I know. Why wouldn't she?
Is that a listener?
Yes, she's a listener. My listeners are great. They're very nice people.
They love you, I can
They
see.
do. You know, I get a lot of hate because I don't know how many radio shows broadcast out of all these stations. So you got TMJ, you got ESPN right there. Them hosts don't get nothing. They listeners don't bring them nothing. I got everything a man could ever ask for. My listeners are the best. That's why I love black people. Most of them. The cookies, I think I'm going to leave here. One of them you don't want because I rubbed frosting on my face. But somebody broke off. Zach must have took the chocolate chip one. I can't even carry all this stuff out of here. Because I got my bag.
There might be some bags laying around here.
My laptop bag, the box of cookies, the bag with the 1942 in it, and the cologne. That cologne smells real good. Somebody gonna wake up sore in the morning. You know what I'm saying? What a day. Oh, gun violence is terrible. So, Trump did a bunch of sexual stuff. What else? We're at war. Christi Noem got fired. Well, she's getting reassigned. She was the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, which oversaw a lot of American citizens getting detained and a bunch of people getting killed. So Trump got rid of her. You know what's crazy? He fired her on Truth Social during a press conference she was giving. So she was giving a press conference relating to the Department of Homeland Security and didn't even know that she got fired. So she just went and gave the press conference. As I'm watching the press conference, I was watching it on MS Now, one of these cable news channels, and they're covering the press conference, but they also got a press release that she had been fired as Homeland Security Secretary. And they're like, this woman is giving this press conference and does not yet know that she's been fired. Trump told the world on Truth Social that this woman was fired and didn't tell her. So imagine how much of a fool she must have felt like when the press conference was over. And she was taking, questions from the reporters in the press pool. Let me also be clear about this. There is no press pool anymore. Everybody that you see at any kind of press conference, whether it be the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, or any other press conference, those are all hand-picked, conservative, Trump-loving news outlets. So they're not even real press anymore. It's another sign we're in an authoritarian, that's the word, authoritarian regime, because the press isn't even real anymore. These are all people that have been vetted to be supporters of Donald Trump.
Have you talked about the whole Skydance merger with Paramount buying Warner Brothers?
No, can't cover everything. I can't. It's too much. And
it's just another instance of the media being consolidated.
It's every day. And there's a war going on too that we're not going to win. So it's something every day. Lately I've been trying to focus on what's happening here in Milwaukee, because if we lose sight of what's happening here, if we don't keep our finger on the pulse and stay active and engaged on Milwaukee will spin completely out of control. And I'm concerned about the summer because, we have these upticks in violence during the summertime. And with how everything else is going, this chaos is the order of the day. I'm real worried about what's going to happen this summer. I'm also worried we're going to lose Giannis. To me, that's a bigger story than the president being a damn pervert. We knew the president was a pervert. We knew the president was a pervert back in the 80s, and y'all voted for him 1, 2, some of y'all 3 times. Voted for a pervert. It's what you get. Now, I can't always say wonderful, glowing things about the Democrats, but I will say this. Your kids are much safer with the Democrat. Democrats ain't got no pervert island. Democrats just go to Panera. And you know what I mean? Go to Trader Joe's. That's all the Democrats do. You ain't got to worry about them diddling your kids. Democrats I don't even know if Democrats even have sex like that because everybody's so prudish. I got a whole bunch of stories here where Gen Z, they don't even have sex anymore. Like the number of 30-year-old men that have never had a girlfriend that are virgins is staggering. And even the women, nobody's humping anymore. Young kids are not humping. That is insane to me. We used to hump so much. That's what, a long time ago, a different world, the 20th century. It was a whole century ago. The world was very different. That's what teenage boys and men in their 20s want to do. You want to go and hump. Now nobody's humping. Everybody lives in their parents' basement. We couldn't wait to move away from home. We couldn't wait. Now the people are going but whatever, the world is expensive. I understand. But if you live at home, how do you, have a social life? Because I would bring my high school girl, I basically had, when did I start dating the girl I started dating my senior year, she and I were together for 7 years. But prior to that, I had girlfriends in high school, and I would bring them to my parents' house. My parents didn't like it, though. But I couldn't imagine, being in my 20s or in my 30s or hell in my 40s and living at home, because then you can't. What if you get lucky at the club? Ain't nobody trying to get a hotel room? Do people still do that? Meet somebody at the club and get a hotel room? Or do you do?
I'm bringing them back to my house. I don't know nothing about that.
You don't bring women back to the house?
I do. I said I don't know anything about getting a hotel. I bring them back to the house.
We used to actually have hotel parties back in the day. I don't think people do that anymore either.
Airbnb parties.
Yeah, I guess if you got an Airbnb, that'd be fun. That's one of them freak parties, like the freak party my friend and his girlfriend took me to. Because they know I'm not no freak. First thing I did when I walked in, when I saw that half-naked lady, and said, where the baby oil at? What did we learn today? Well, nothing about Trump. We didn't learn nothing about him because we already knew that about him. Thank you, everybody, for listening and all the people that brought me all of the things. I'm going to go and enjoy my birthday. See you next time.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Regroup, rethink, and reshape, and get on the front lines.